I'm a retiree, and I have been battling Parkinson's disease since I was diagnosed in 1995 with Parkinson.
I'm a 66-year-old widow, and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2002, but I was ill about 2 or 3 years before then, which is not unusual when you have Parkinson's before it's diagnosed.
I'm a retired land surveyor from the State of New York Department of Environmental Conservation, and I've been here about 3 years now.
We began the Parkinson's telemedicine program approximately 2 years ago. I didn't know if there would be a doctor-patient relationship, if it could truly be established. I was overwhelmed after probably going through 2 visits to see that the rapport was there.
The overall concept makes you feel, I think, more relaxed than driving 200 or 300 miles in a car and then getting into a big city where you don't know your way around. I just can't imagine why anybody would want traditional medicine in an environment such as the telemedicine that addresses.
I find with the telemedicine that it is so convenient to come here at the Presbyterian home, and it is so well done, and I'm very relaxed with it, and with Dr. Dorsey, and I feel that he gives me all the time that I need, where I did not find that with a traditional neurologist.
I have in the past traveled to Albany and to Rochester both, and with as I get weaker with Parkinson's disease, it becomes more difficult for me to travel, and so it's much more convenient to do it via television than it is to travel all that distance in my present conditions.
When they don't have to wait, or travel, to a physician's office, like you and I, when we're in a car and we're traveling a 2-hour distance, when we get out of the car, we're stiff. With the Parkinson's individuals, they do have problems with freezing, and I think, in the telemedicine visit, the physicians are really getting a true picture of, what the Parkinson's individual is feeling and can treat the patients more appropriately.
We became educated through the Parkinson support group and later with the University of Rochester and their neurology department helping us. And so we are able to provide a specialized, skilled care for those Parkinson's people. We have people traveling 50 miles, that's ridiculous. They shouldn't have to travel 50 miles to come to a nursing home or to have outpatient services with specialized Parkinson's. They should be able to get it in their area, and their areas are bigger metropolitan areas than our own.
Hi, Mr. Moylan.
How are you?
So the million-dollar question
I knew you were going to ask that.
is, how did the Botox go?
I think it's working.
Okay. It's just been about 10 days or so.
Right.
Yeah,
right?
12 days, right.
And I began to get little hints of something happening right away, almost.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I could hold my head up better. I woke up in the middle of the night and I sat up and I put my head clear up and I could turn it all the way to the left and most of the way to the right. And it didn't hurt. This is the big thing.
Oh, good.
The pain is pretty much gone. I haven't had any of that severe pain. I'm a retired high school English teacher. I had to take a disability retirement when I was 41, I think, because I have Parkinson's disease. And that was 23 years ago when I was diagnosed. Parkinson's has no known cause, no cure, and they need to observe you, and they can do that pretty well by the telemed setup. Dr. Kevin Biglin, who I see on my telemedicine visits, And when he saw me in January, he decided that perhaps one of the best things for me would be Botox injections in my neck, because I have so much problem holding my head up. I would hate to see it be stopped now. I think it's very valuable. So many people with Parkinson's don't get to a movement disorder specialist. I mean, it's just too difficult. For the most part, people with Parkinson's, there are a lot of people who get it at a younger age, but mostly it's older people you're talking about who are limited in their ability to travel to the big cities where the movement disorder specialists are. And this is a wonderful way. There's several people in our Parkinson support group who have been taking advantage of the telemedicine and are getting much better treatment now because they're seeing a specialist and probably wouldn't have gotten to one otherwise.
We have seen so much good come out of the telemedicine by being able to provide this service to patients, that it would be a shame for anything to happen to this program, because so many people, there's that possibility that they would be losing that continuity of care, that they wouldn't be able to have a movement disorder specialist visit because they couldn't get to them. So it would be a great disservice not being able to provide them with the telemedicine in their progression of their disease process.
I think it's been excellent care in treatment. The team that's working on telemedicine in the University of Rochester are very interesting people. I've really enjoyed dealing with them, and I would consider either one of their doctors to manage my case if it came to a point where my current doctor would be no longer available to me.
Just feeling what I feel, there's a tremendous difference that this has made, the telemedicine program has made for me, with the combination of Tony Joseph, who's the administrator of the Presbyterian home, and all the therapies, the staff that I receive here, and with Joe Grogan running the adult health, day health services. The combination has made a drastic change in my life that my family and my friends duly know the difference in me. And I know how I feel, and there's a great deal of difference. It's for the better, much, much better.
I've been quite satisfied with this program, and I would urge those who are empowered to make the decision of whether to continue it, to give it their support, because I feel it's effective and equivalent to the services that you can get from a doctor on a personal basis. That would be my recommendation and request.
I think I would say you have a right to be nervous, not knowing what it is and wondering if it's personal or not. But my experience has been that it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. I have gained a lot of my health back and gotten my life back, so to speak.
I like telemedicine because I haven't depended on someone to take me to a movement disorder specialist in Rochester, and I can still see I could see Dr. Vigeland 4 times a year. I could only see him twice. I could only go to Rochester twice a year.
I thought I would be nervous, potentially appearing on a television set with a camera in front of your face, but that very quickly disappears. It's not a problem. There's a very personal relationship that you develop with the person at the other end of the electronics, and it does give you what you need.
I attended a session And I walked into the room, and my image was on the screen. And immediately the doctor said to me, "What's wrong with your left hand?" And this was something that I probably thought that he would have picked up during a live visit, but he actually picked it up on the screen, and I was pretty impressed by that.
You are a unique Parkinson's doctor who seeks to improve patients' health. Your listening, clarifying, and acceptance is worth more than all the world's wealth. Your ability to laugh, along with your sense of humor, makes any challenge doable. That certainly is no rumor. Your perception and understanding of reading between the lines is certainly superb. It gives me strength and comfort. It frees me to fly in spirit like a bird. You have freed me up to take what comes in a pleasant, prosperous way, to stimulate my thinking and be appreciative of each and every day. I in turn plan to share these abilities and do my best to help others make burdens light as a feather, which will have a rippling effect on humanity like the blooming of the heather. And I wrote this at the end of phase 1 and start of phase 2, telemedicine.